Welcome to Concept with Justin. Picture the first impression as you approach, a welcoming axis or a gentle, meandering path that draws you into green. Envision paving in pale, textured stone or light-toned porcelain, laid with generous joints filled with thyme or moss so the hard surface reads as a living seam rather than a barrier. Imagine broad canopy trees at deliberate intervals, slender maples, hornbeams, or magnolias, whose leaves knit a soft ceiling and cast dappled shade on the path. Under their canopies, mid-layer shrubs define rooms and seasonal interest, while low carpets of ground cover and grasses cool the soil and trail close to the feet. The image is of a composed entrance that immediately feels like a green room. The benefit is microclimate moderation and a psychological cue to slow down. Shade reduces radiant heat, and the composition signals transition from public hurry to private calm. Move inward along the path and imagine choreographed sight lines and pause points. See the route open into a widened node where a simple bench sits beneath a specimen tree, or where a shallow reflecting basin mirrors sky and leaf. Picture the route revealing small scenes in sequence: a sweep of lavender on the left, a cloud of silvery artemisia on the right, and then a sunlit pocket of bright salvias beyond. Each vignette invites a different body posture, to stop, stoop, smell, or sit, turning the journey into a ritual of small attentions. The benefit is psychological. Orchestrated sidelines slow your pace and heighten curiosity, making the garden restorative even in short encounters. Now think of vertical structure as the room-making tool. Envision a mix of tall trees for canopy, mid-height shrubs for enclosure and bloom, and low ground covers for foot-level comfort. Picture pleached or columnar standards near the approach to create a rhythm of trunks, and a living wall or trellis of climbers on a sunny facade to add green height without consuming ground area. The image is layered volume. The benefit is privacy and microclimate control. Vertical layers reduce wind and noise while creating pockets of cool, sheltered air that feel intimate without feeling cramped. Consider the orchestration of textures and forms. See bold, glossy leaves, tropical-looking colocasias or robust hostas, set beside feathery grasses that tremble in the breeze. Imagine the contrast of coarse evergreen shrubs and fine-textured perennials like nepeta or salvia. Picture repeating drifts of 3 to 7 plants so the garden reads as unified blocks of color and movement instead of a hectic mix. The image is composed repetition. The benefit is visual calm and easier maintenance. Massed planting simplifies irrigation and pruning while creating readable, soothing patterns. Weave scent into the route and threshold deliberately. Imagine lemon thyme planted in path joints so each step releases a citrusy lift. Picture rosemary or dwarf bay beside the door so passing hands brush fragrant foliage. See jasmine or mock orange trained on screens near seating to perfume warm evenings. Include night-scented nicotiana or evening stock close to the dining terrace, so dusk becomes an olfactory event. The image is scent punctuating moments. The benefit is emotional resonance and memory. Smell is rapidly tied to memory and mood, so these plantings make the courtyard uniquely welcoming and habit-forming. Place seating to respond to microclimate and usage. Visualize a dining table in a cool, sun-moderated pocket for family meals, a simple bench shaded by a tree as a reading alcove, and a couple of loungers in filtered shade for afternoon rests. Choose materials mindfully. Warm hardwood for cool mornings, cool stone slabs for hot afternoons, and quick-dry cushions for rain-prone climates. Keep storage for cushions and tools nearby so furniture can be quickly adapted to weather. The image is multiple resting nodes. The benefit is everyday usability. Seating that fits the microclimate encourages use and makes the garden a true extension of living space. Introduce water thoughtfully to modulate sound and temperature. Picture a shallow reflecting pool that visually enlarges the sky and captures leaf movement. A small bubbling urn that produces soft white noise to mask distant traffic. Or a rill that runs along a bed edge to cool air through evaporation. Where space is tight, imagine tabletop recirculating fountains or discreet bird baths on pedestals tucked in shade. The image is water as both visual and auditory anchor. The benefit is cooling and acoustic comfort. Moving water raises local humidity slightly and produces calming sound that reduces perceived heat and urban stress. Choose paving and surfaces that keep the garden cool underfoot and manage water. Envision pale, permeable pavers for main circulation, shaded timber decking in seating nooks, and decomposed granite paths for softer, yielding walks. Plant wide joints with moss or thyme so the ground reads as part of the planting. Include planted swales or gravel strips to channel runoff into beds rather than drains. The image blends hard and soft. The benefit is hydrological efficiency and tactile comfort. Permeable surfaces reduce runoff, reduce urban heat island effect, and provide pleasant texture beneath bare feet. Select trees with canopy architecture that balance shade and airflow. Think of species with high canopies and filtered shades such as honey locust, ginkgo, or pruned oaks that allow dappled light through. Underplant with shade-tolerant, moisture-loving species like ferns, hostas, and hydrangeas so the understory thrives in diffuse light. The image is breathable shade. The benefit is climatic balance. You get cooling without stagnation, avoiding the muggy feel of dense, poorly ventilated planting. Layer in edible and useful planting to increase engagement and resilience. Picture espaliered fruit trees on sunny walls, a raised herb bed near the kitchen door, and a line of dwarf citrus and glazed pots on a warm terrace. Imagine berries and sheltered hedges and companion plantings of nasturtiums or marigolds to deter pests naturally. The image is utility woven into beauty. The benefit is continuous reward, Edible gardens provide regular harvests, encourage daily interaction, and teach gentle stewardship. Plan irrigation with precision. Imagine a zone drip system that waters structural trees deeply and infrequently, while delivering more regular, shallow moisture to tubs and perennials. Add moisture sensor controllers to avoid overwatering after rain, and collect roof runoff in barrels to feed the system during dry periods. Consider capillary mats under group pots to equalize moisture, and locate manual watering outlets near the kitchen for easy hand watering and harvesting. The image is invisible support. The benefit is resource efficiency and plant health. Targeted irrigation reduces waste and supports deeper root growth. segmenting palettes by microclimate. In sunny, reflective spots, choose Mediterranean, drought-tolerant shrubs and grasses, lavender, Sant'Elena, lavandula, festuca, mixed with cesia and rosemary. In dappled or moist shade, select hostas, ferns, astilbe, and heuchera for varied foliage and long season color. For exposed, windy edges, favor tough, flexible species like Phormium or Lomandra. The image is site-responsive composition. The benefit is plant longevity and lower maintenance. Matching species to place reduces stress and replacement cycles. Introduce vertical greening for cooling and privacy. Picture trellises covered in scented climbers, jasmine, rosaceae, or wisteria, that shade walls and create evaporative cooling. Consider living walls of ferns and succulents on sheltered facades. Plant vertical hedges or screen rows to block hot afternoon sun. The image is three-dimensional cooling. The benefit is thermal insulation. Green walls lower wall surface temperatures and increase exterior comfort. Arrange activity zones to catch prevailing breezes and shade. A dining terrace beneath a deciduous canopy will be sheltered in summer but sunny in spring and autumn. Place loungers where afternoon breezes pass and position a fire pit in a less vegetated zone for social warmth during cooler nights. The image is climate-responsive programming. The benefit is seasonal versatility. Aligning zones with microclimates ensures use throughout the year.